fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation.
Call 800-838-8614. 800-838-8614. That's 800-838-8614.
Paid for by Airtime Media.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you, too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live, local, and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason. NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games, live game audio, and more. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. Never miss a game with game replays and track advanced analytics powered by Next Gen Stats with NFL Pro. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
Join us on Monday when the Minnesota Vikings visit the Chicago Bears. Our coverage starts at 7 Eastern Time, kickoff at 8:15. Listen to the live stream for free at westwood1sports.com or in the Westwood One Sports app. If it's Monday Night Football, it's on Westwood One. So, Ross, first Monday night game, Vikings and Bears. Aaron Jones is 12-0 against the Bears since 2019. Meanwhile, the Bears, the last in total offense last year for the first time in 20 years. Do they turn things around now under a new system?
Well, that's the hope, right? I mean, this game we're going to find out a lot about two young quarterbacks. Caleb Williams for the Bears. It's year 2 for him. But with the new offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, that guy's a proven commodity with what he was able to do with the Detroit Lions in general, Jared Goff in particular. I think a lot of eyes on Caleb Williams to see just how good of a coach this Ben Johnson really is. On the other side, man, the hopes are super high in the Twin Cities about J.J. McCarthy. I think that the expectations might be a little bit too high for a guy that's essentially playing his rookie year after the injury. How about him, by the way? His first game as a starter back in Chicago, where he grew up, on the road, Monday Night Football. You want to talk about butterflies, feelings, and emotions. That is really going to be something.
All right, here you go. It's the end of show number 1. We do it this way every year. Ross, which two teams are we going to meet up with in Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60?
Well, you know what's interesting, Scott? I think you know me well enough to know I like nothing more than fresh blood, right? Like, I want as many guys to experience a Super Bowl as possible. It'd be great if it was like Lions, Bills. That would be amazing. Even Packers, Ravens. But when you ask me my opinion, I'm going to give you what I think is the most likely. And believe it or not, I think it's Chiefs-Niners. I think the Niners bounce back in a major way, and we have a repeat of the Super Bowl from 2 years ago.
Wow. All right, well, enjoy your time in the Bayou. We'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds great. Thank you, Scott.
That's going to do it for this edition of NFL Preview. Join us this weekend for Sunday Night Football. Ryan Rackey, Mike Golick have all the action as the Bills host the Ravens. I'll kick off the broadcast with scores and highlights from around the league on NFL Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Time. The producer of NFL Preview, Jordan Markovic. Executive producer, Mike Eby. The Senior Vice President of Sports for Cumulus Media and Westwood One is Bruce Gilbert. Now for Ross Tucker, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to NFL Preview on Westwood One.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good morning at 8 o'clock. I'm Manny Rodriguez. Will we see the start of the Jackson Dart era today. Multiple reports say it's possible. The Giants have prepared a package of plays for their first-round rookie QB and have it in the game plan for today's contest against the Washington Commanders. Dart completed 32 of 47 passes for 372 yards with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions in the preseason. Giants and the Commanders kick the season off today at 1 o'clock. The Jets also start the season today. They host the Steelers also at 1 o'clock. To baseball, Austin Wells drove in 2 of the 3 Yankee runs in a 3-1 win over the Blue Jays yesterday. Austin Wells, over his last 7 games, has been batting well, .368 batting average, 2 home runs. And Aaron Boone acknowledged the work from his catcher on offense lately.
Again, I'm saying it when he was going through it, like, this is what he's capable of. This is who we believe he is, more in line with offensively, making better swing decisions, getting into some deeper counts.
The Yankees and the Blue Jays wrap up their series today, 1:35 first pitch. Over in Cincy yesterday, Joe Nathan gave up just 3 hits, but all of them went over the wall as the Reds double up on the Mets 6-3. Those two will finish their series today, a 1:40 first pitch in Ohio. 65 degrees, drizzling in Central Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Manny Rodriguez.
Tell Siri to dial the fan. 888-808-1019. Powered by Paramount Plus. Count on Sundays all season long with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. It's Sunday morning. Time to take a spin around the NFL. This is You Better You Bet, presented by BetMGM. Here's your host, Nick Kostos.
What's up, everybody? Happy and merry Week 1 NFL Sunday to you and yours. This is You Better You Bet on the Fan. Nick Kostos here with you for the next 60 minutes, talking all things betting and fantasy, week number 1 in the National Football League. You can hit me up on Twitter at the Kostos, TheKostos. The show is on Twitter at You Better You Bet. And, You Better You Bet rolls all week long, not just Sunday mornings here on The Fan. So follow the show at You Better You Bet. You can search You Bet wherever you find your podcasts, subscribe to the show, and you will miss none of the wagertainment that we bring you on a daily and weekly basis as part of the BetMGM network. And the show, sponsored, of course, by BetMGM. Make it legendary by downloading the BetMGM app and visiting BetMGM.com. The phone number to chime in on bets, on fantasy, on football, 888-808-1019, 888-808-1019. All right, you know how we do. Nick Kostos and you, each and every NFL Sunday morning here on The Fan. Side total and props for every game on the board in the fastest show in all of wagertainment. And it starts right now. You know what? Let the music run out, Eddie. Yes. Football. 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 Oh, hell yeah. Year 6 for yours truly here, Sunday mornings on WFAN. And I would be remiss if I didn't start the show today with a tremendous amount of gratitude. I say it every single year in this spot to kick it off. You Better You Bet on the Fan on Sunday mornings. I do not take this time slot for granted. I'm a lifelong New Yorker. I grew up listening to WFAN. I know what this real estate means Sunday mornings on the Fan. And the fact that I get to be a part of it, even 6 years in, it's not like this is new for me, but still, 6 years in, it's still awesome. I still wake up super excited like Christmas morning every Sunday morning, not just because I love the National Football League, but I love being on this station, and I love talking to, informing, and entertaining all of you. It means a lot to me, and I'm looking forward to putting on banger shows yet again this season for you on WFAN. now that the cheesy stuff is out of the way, I do need to say this, and I also say this at the start of every season. And we have a lot of new listeners. Even the show's on YouTube now. Shout out to my guy Tom Izzo, great coach at Michigan State as well, as being a killer social guy here at the Fan. Just in case you're new here, and your friend has told you, hey, like the prop king Nick Kostos gives out great info, wins bets. I do win some bets. But I don't want to misrepresent this. So off the bat, I want to say to everybody, all the new listeners and viewers, I don't win all my bets or even close to it. Now, I try to win them all, of course, because I've been betting for my 21st season betting on sports. So I try to win all my bets. If I did, do you think I'd be doing this show right now? I'd be living on an island somewhere, and not Staten Island, like an actual, real, beautiful island somewhere else. Now, I'm going to provide what I think is excellent information, lots of fantasy nuggets, all sorts of stuff that you can use as a roadmap to make good decisions in terms of betting and in terms of fantasy. But you don't have to agree with me. I can be wrong on all of this stuff. Use what I'm going to tell you as a guide to make your own decisions, because at the end of the day, it's your money that's on the line if you're betting, not mine, and it's your fantasy lineups that will win or lose, not mine. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. My first refresh of the season of the BetMGM odds board to make sure I'm not missing anything here as we begin in the Big Easy. And we'll get to the Giants and Jets as we move along. I go in rotation order according to the BetMGM screen. We begin in New Orleans with the Cardinals and the Saints. Arizona, a 6.5-point home favorite. Total in the game is 43. Injury stuff that you need to know. The Saints are without defensive end Chase Young, which is bad for a bad defense in New Orleans. And starting guard Trevor Penning is out. He's a first-round bust at tackle that's now playing guard for New Orleans. Still not good to not have one of your starting offensive linemen. Spencer Rattler starts at quarterback for the Saints. He beat out 35-year-old rookie, only a slight exaggeration, Tyler Shuck. He will start to begin the year for New Orleans. It is the head coaching debut of Kellen Moore in New Orleans for the Saints. Big picture thought first here before we get to the game. I like Arizona a lot this year. Year 3 of Jonathan Calamity Gannon. Shout out to the Zelda fans out there. I like Arizona a lot. Arizona had no defensive talent a couple of years ago when Jonathan Gannon and GM Monty Ossenfort took over, and they've done a nice job of stacking this defense with talent to go along with Kyler Murray and Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. and James Conner and the offense. And I think Arizona puts it together this year en route to a playoff berth. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Cardinals won the NFC West this season. But with that being said, this is a big number to lay in week 1 on the road, even against what projects to be maybe the worst team in the National Football League in the New Orleans Saints. Now, if you made me bet this game, I would lay Arizona. And my sense is that this number is actually going to come down a little bit before kickoff. I think it's more likely to close 6 than it is 7. If it's going to move at all, I think it comes down towards the Saints, which doesn't mean that people think the Saints are going to win. Just maybe that the number's a little too big in week 1 in this spot, again, on the road, and the Saints have a tremendous home field advantage. But if I had to bet the game, I would lay Arizona. Spencer Rattler was a disaster last year when he started for the Saints, but again, that's with much worse coaching and an injured offensive line, and all the skill position players are hurt. So I want this to be like a fact-finding mission today. Let's see what the Saints offense looks like with Rattler, year 1 of Kellen Moore. Can Chris Olave, I always say, Dean Martin's great. He's no Sinatra. Can Rashid Shaheed get it going this year? Alvin Kamara. Let's see how it goes in game number 1. Pass for me, but if I had to bet the game, I would lay the Arizona Cardinals. Props. Marvin Harrison Jr. last year. Don't say his dad's name. He's like Voldemort. You don't want to say the name of his dad. But Marvin Harrison Jr. last year, I think a disappointing rookie year in terms of perception when you compare him to like Brian Thomas Jr. or Malik Neighbors. And I don't think Harrison, candidly, will ever be as good as those two because he can't separate, doesn't have the speed that those two guys have. But I think Harrison was way better than what he showed last year in his rookie year. And he should absolutely burn these, I think, what projects to be a terrible defense for New Orleans and brutal cornerbacks right off the bat. So let's go Marvin Harrison Jr. over receiving yards. It's either, I can't read my handwriting here. So let's see what we got here. I'm just going to the screen. Marvin Harrison Jr. receiving yards is 54.5. MHJ over 54.5 receiving yards. 1 anytime touchdown in this game. Well, actually, we'll play 2. We'll play the Arizona defense special teams, beer or pizza money on this. Rattler loves turning the ball over. So Arizona defense special teams, beer or pizza money. And let's play James Conner's backup. And James Conner is on record saying that Trey Benson is going to be like the 1B to his 1A this year. I'll take him at his word. And we'll put a couple bucks down on George's grandson, Trey Benson, to score a touchdown. There's lots of music everywhere and lots of touchdowns in the air, so give me the night. Let's go, baby. Trey Benson anytime touchdown for the Arizona Cardinals. We now move to Atlanta for the Buccaneers and the Falcons in the dirty NFC South. Tampa, a 1-point road favorite in the game. Total is 47. Bunch of injury stuff to get through on this game. For Tampa, in case you missed it, now you may be just dropping in, parachuting in for week 1. Tampa is going to be without its left tackle, who might be the best left tackle in the league. Tristan Wirfs is going to be out at least the first 3 weeks of the season, maybe the first month, but he's not playing today, protecting the blind side of Baker Mayfield. Chris Godwin's out until October. Jalen McMillan is out until midseason, so this is not a full-strength Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. And for Atlanta, a couple things to note here. Caleb McGarry is out for the season for Atlanta. He's their starting right tackle. Why am I mentioning a starting right tackle? Because Michael Penix Jr., Atlanta's starting quarterback, is a lefty. So McGarry is really like the left tackle of this team, protecting the blind side of the first-year starting quarterback entering the year as the starter, Michael Penix. And Caleb McGarry's backup, Storm Norton, great name, like Scott Norton. Shout out to WCW. He's out 6 to 8 weeks, so Elijah Wilkinson, the third-string right tackle, is protecting the blind side today of Michael Penix. And Darnell Mooney, when you get caught between the Mooney and New York City. I know it's crazy, but it's true. He's a game-time decision today with a shoulder injury. My guess is he doesn't play, but I have no inside information. We'll find out 90 minutes before kickoff. Now, the Bucs have owned this division for 5 straight years since Tom Brady came to town, right? I do think that this year is the year it changes. And the reason why, in my best Darrell Hammond as Sean Connery on Celebrity Jeopardy voice, I tell you, dear listener, the Penix Mightier. I had to go slow when I said that. Michael Penix Jr., And you can call me, instead of Nick Kostos, call me Turd Ferguson. I love Michael Penix Jr. I love what we saw last year in 3 starts from Michael Penix Jr. And I can't get this thought out of my head, and this may be crazy, and I'll be quick because I don't know how much everyone in the audience loves college football. Washington, a couple years ago, goes to the national title game. Michael Penix is the quarterback. Kalen DeBoer goes to coach Alabama. He's been a disaster. Ryan Grubb goes to run the offense in Seattle last year. He gets canned. He's an absolute disaster. Roma Dunze, a bad rookie year. Jalen Polk can't get on the field for the Patriots. Is it possible Michael Penix Jr. made them all look so good? I think the answer to that question is yes. And for Tampa entering the year, like the Bucs, I think 1 through 53, better roster than Atlanta. But this is now the 3rd straight year Baker Mayfield's going to have a new play caller. 2 years ago, Dave Canales was so good, it got him the head coaching job in Carolina. Last year, Liam Cohen was so good, it got him the head coaching job in Jacksonville. Is it possible that Josh Grizzard, the Grizzard King, can be so good this year for Tampa? Maybe. But maybe not. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. Dirty bird it up for my guy Sal Licata. Falcons win today at home against the Bucs. Yardage prop for today. This is because I love, you don't have to, you the listener, you don't have to love this. I love this player, so I'm playing Michael Penix Jr., even if Mooney doesn't play. Penix over 237.5 passing yards. Anytime touchdowns. Really only one, Sean Tucker, who I think you're a real, Sean Tucker, who is, I think, the best running back behind Bucky Irving on Tampa, not Rachaad White. So a small bet, beer, pizza money on Sean Tucker. And then Cade Otton, Tampa's tight end, is banged up coming into this game. You could play Devin Culp or Ko Kieft, who are the other backup tight ends on Tampa, for small bets since Cade Otton is not 100% healthy. Moving on. Duval. The aforementioned Dave Canales, the aforementioned Liam Cohen, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator bowl as the Jaguars host the Panthers in Duval. Jacksonville, a 3.5-point favorite, total 46.5. One big piece of injury news in this game. Carolina extremely likely to be without left tackle Ike Ekwonu. He had an appendectomy like a week and a half ago. Doubtful on the injury report. Not good when you're going up against Josh Hines-Allen, Travon Walker, and this Jaguars pass rush. Now, I'm going to be real with everybody. Like, some of my bias is going to creep in here on how I feel about teams. And then it's up to you, the listener, to figure, do you agree with me? And you can disagree, and that's fine. I can be wrong. I love the Jaguars this year. I bet Jacksonville to win the AFC South, which has to do with me not loving Houston just as much as it does with me liking Jacksonville. But, man, I love this Jaguars offense. I'm still, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm one of the last ones out there, I'm still a Trevor Lawrence believer. Get Urban Meyer the hell out of Jacksonville. Get Doug Tea-Time Peterson, who's more concerned about playing 18 than he is about getting Trevor Lawrence winning games in Jacksonville. Get them out of here. And let's get a real play caller in Duval. We got him in Liam Cohen. And this offense should be explosive. That's my hope, and I've made bets on it, fantasy and otherwise, that this offense will be explosive this year for the Jaguars. With my guy, Brian Thomas Jr., and opposite him, Travis Hunter Hurst Helmsley. It's time to play the game. Bashal Tutin, rookie running back. I think he'll eventually be their lead running back. I love the Jaguars this season, and I love the Jaguars in this game. Now, I don't love the 3.5, and just like if you're parachuting in, again, this number was 2.5 for a long time this offseason, was 3 for a long time. Now it's 3.5. I do think the Jaguars will win, so if you're in a pick'em pool, moneyline parlays, I played the Jaguars in a big money survivor contest. I wanted to get away from Denver. I played Jacksonville. I do like the Jaguars to win this game today and overwhelm Bryce Young, who's short and slow, like me. Props for this game. Oh, baby. Travis Hunter, 47.5 receiving yards. With his pedigree, Hunter over receiving yards, and we don't need to play Brian Thomas Jr. 76.5 over. Let's go right. you know what? Like Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 10. Let's grab that ladder and climb that sumbitch to glory. BTJ, 100-plus receiving yards for the Jags. Anytime touchdowns. A couple of them here. Beer or pizza money. Bashal Tutin, Jaguars rookie running back. LaQuint Allen is another rookie running back for Jacksonville who, they love in pass protection. He may play on passing downs here for the Jaguars. The Jaguars traded for Tim Patrick of the Lions, wanted a bigger receiver. Could be a red zone target for Trevor Lawrence. And with Jalen Coker out on IR to start the year for Carolina, Hunter Renfrow will be playing the slot for Bryce Young. Hunter Renfrow, anytime touchdown. He would be so lazy, right? Just because his name's Hunter, to do a Triple H reference. Only a clown and a lazy fool would do something like that. We move on to Cleveland. The battle for Ohio. The Bengals, and this one was moving this morning, so let's see where we're at now. The Bengals are, this screen refreshes here. Welcome to live radio. Bengals still a 5.5-point favorite, but it looks like this is moving down towards Cleveland. The total looks like it's moving up from 47.5. Clean game from an injury perspective. And an absolutely fascinating on-field handicap. Cincinnati enters the year with an awesome offense yet again, right? With Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown. But this defense looks again to be absolutely dreadful. Just like one of the worst in the league, potentially, again. And I know the Bengals and Zach Taylor, and they talked about it all offseason, and I give them credit for this because they've started slow so many times in like the Burrow-Zach Taylor era. Remember last year, lost outright to the Patriots and probably knocked you out of your Survivor League. They wanted to get better this year and start faster, right, in September. So Burrow and the starters played in the preseason, and we'll see if that ends up working for Cincinnati. It feels like bettors have their doubts because this defense is so bad. And look, it's not like the Browns offense is the greatest show on turf here with 41-year-old Joe Flacco starting and the Quinshon Judkins, who's supposed to be their number one running back, isn't going to play in the game. But the Bengals defense, again, is so bad that you'd think that almost anyone can score on them. If I had to bet the game, I'd lay Cincinnati. But that's not a comfortable place to be in. So I'm going to pass this game side in total. I know a lot of smart people that like Cleveland to cover the spread. This will be a pass for me. 1 yardage prop. Let's go to the judge. Jerry Jeudy over 62.5 receiving yards. You know the Browns are going to throw, and Judy's going to he could have 10 targets in this game against the beatable, burnable Bengals secondary. Jerry Jeudy over receiving yards. 3 anytime touchdowns. The Browns drafted a rookie tight end, Harold Fannin, to play alongside Fannin to play up. God bless you if you get that reference and you're a fan of rap music. Harold Fannin, I think, will be playing a lot in 2 tight end sets with David Njoku. Now that Kevin Stefanski gets to run his offense again with that freak, not in a good way, Deshaun Watson with the Achilles injury, I think we'll see a lot of 2 tight ends for the Browns. I think Fannin's going to play a lot. Harold Fannin, anytime touchdown. How about Tanner Hudson, anytime touchdown for the Bengals? He caught a touchdown from Joe Burrow in the preseason. And then Mitchell Tinsley, Jamal's son. He was an absolute monster this preseason for Cincinnati. He may get like 1 target in the game. Again, beer or pizza money. This is like a speculative bet from yours truly, which you don't have to play. I'm going to put a couple shekels down on it. You've heard of the Super Bowl? This is the toilet bowl. The Colts and the Dolphins in Indianapolis. This is basically a pick 'em. Pick the winner of the game at BetMGM. Total of the game, 46.5. Darren Waller is out for Miami. Giants fans around the tri-state area and the country laughing right now. Darren Waller won't play in this game for Miami. And Jalen Wright is out for the Dolphins, their number 2 running back. More on that coming up a little later in the show. Daniel Jones is starting for the Colts. I mean, this organization should fold. They should really, let Ohio State play in the AFC South this season. The Indianapolis Colts should go down to the Big Ten. Since Daniel Jones is, what a joke. Like Shane Steichen, the coach, and Chris Ballard, the GM, are staking their jobs on Danny Dimes. Good luck with that. I think the key matchup in this game, the matchup that will decide this one with Miami and Indianapolis, is the Dolphins pass rush versus the Colts offensive line. Giants fans, I don't need to tell you what happens when Daniel Jones is under pressure. Now, I think the Dolphins, and the Colts for that matter, both have disaster potential written all over them this season. But if you wanted to build a bull case for Miami, it would be that the defensive line and the pass rush has the potential to be as good as the Giants potentially, honestly. And they're all healthy to start the year. They haven't all been healthy over the stretches of their careers, but right now they're healthy. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Zach Seiler, Chop Robinson, first rounder out of Michigan, Kenneth Grant at defensive tackle. They could overwhelm this Colts offensive line, and Daniel Jones loves to turn it over when there's pressure in his face. If you made me bet the game, I would bet Miami to win, and I don't like the Dolphins this year, but in this matchup, I would bet Miami, and I'd bet the over as well. Those are not strong thoughts for me. I could see a lot of things happening here, but Miami and the over if I had to bet it. As far as props go, if what I'm saying is true, and I think Daniel Jones is going to be under duress in this game, then let's take a look at Colts slot receiver. Danny Dimes gets the ball out of his hands fast, and let's go to Josh System of a Down. And in case you haven't had your coffee yet this morning, wake up! Why don't you put on a little makeup? Josh Downs over 46.5 receiving yards. anytime touchdowns. A.D. Mitchell for Indianapolis. We'll get to him when we talk fantasy. Ollie Oxenfree. Ollie Gordon's the backup running back now to Devon Achane with Jalen Wright out. Ollie Gordon, anytime touchdown. And BetMGM is the people's sportsbook. Make it legendary. BetMGM is making it legendary for you, the listener, because Darren Waller isn't playing in this game, and he's still listed in the anytime touchdown market. Miami has Julian Hill behind him, and Julian Hill's price is not correct. He may not score in the game, but I think he's worth a shot given that Waller is in the market and he's not playing. Julian Hill, anytime touchdown for Miami. All right, New York football fans, let's talk about our teams. And my team first, the New York Football Giants, who begin a make-or-break season for Brian Dable and Joe Shane on the road at Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. The Commies, 6-point home favorites at BetMGM. This number is climbing elsewhere for Washington. The total is 45.5. Malik Neighbors will play in the game. He's like the greatest I don't practice and then ball out on game day player in a long time in the NFL. And I mean that as a compliment, not an insult. But for the Giants, Andrew Thomas is doubtful and is probably not going to play in the game. And his absence can't be overstated. Where if Thomas is healthy, you can make the case that the Giants' offensive line could be average this year. An average offensive line, but you can win with average offensive line play. Without Thomas, like here's James Hudson, and it's just, like to me, and I'm curious if all the Giants fans out there agree, Thomas to me feels like the piece in the Jenga tower that when you take him out, the whole son of a bitch comes crumbling down. And I don't even love Washington's pass rush. Like, it's Dorrance Armstrong and, like, 60-year-old Von Miller. But, like, Thomas matters so much, and he's probably not going to play. Like, it's a big deal. The Giants have been a popular bet all offseason in this game, including for me. This opened at 7. It's like, there's no way this can be 7, and it's not anymore. But now that Thomas isn't playing, and we're at 6, and another thought that I have is, if Jaden Daniels is as good as I think he is, like the point spread probably needs to be bigger. And we'll see, like, if he's able to do it again this year. I think the spread might actually be too small in this game. I actually think I'd bet, well, I don't want to. Like, I want the Giants to win. I feel like the Giants are the trendy underdog this week that, like, and the dog is going to turn out to be Old Yeller, like backyard, behind the woodshed, shotgun, potentially in this game without Andrew Thomas. It's worth noting, ESPN's Adam Schefter tweeting overnight that the Giants have prepared a package of plays for Jackson Dart. So we're probably going to see Jackson Dart in this game. Probably like how the Steelers maybe used Justin Fields last year at points to spell Russell Wilson. Like, just give him the threat of Jackson Dart's legs, give the defense a different look. We'll see if that works. Like, my thought is, like, just start him then. Like, what's the point of Russell Wilson if Dart's going to play? Like, it makes no sense, but my thoughts are on record how I feel about Dable, Shane, and company. I don't know if this year's going to go great, even if I think the roster's moving in the right direction. I love Abdul Carter. I love this pass rush potentially. I don't love the rest of the team. I would bet the Commanders, actually, if I had to bet the game. As far as props go, Malik Neighbors, 70.5 receiving yards. In this economy? You kidding? With like, and Russ isn't great, but Russ can get him the ball. Neighbors over 70.5 receiving yards. Now the sports books are cowards. They're not offering touchdown props right now, a price on Jackson Dart, so we can't bet Jackson Dart. So instead, let's take a look at Giants rookie running back Cam Scatabo, who's behind Tyrone Tracy. Maybe Scatabo's the goal line back. We'll see. We don't know. I'll take a shot on it on Cam Scatabo. Bo Collins made the Giants at a Notre Dame wide receiver. He's not listed in the anytime touchdown market, but I've got my eye on Bo Collins here. Can he usurp Jalen Hyatt as a situational deep threat? Hyatt's 11-1. That's not a bad look. And let's take a look at Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, a.k.a. Bill. That's actually true. Like, he goes by Bill. Bill Krosky-Merritt, anytime touchdown. Beer or pizza money, small bets on the anytime touchdown bets. All right, Jets fans. You're hosting your old buddy, Aaron Rodgers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers at BetMGM, a 3-point favorite. The 3 is juiced towards the Jets. Total in the game, the lowest of week 1 by a lot, is 38. Just to give a piece of betting advice right off the bat. If you like Pittsburgh, find a 2.5 to lay. If you like the Jets, please bet +3. Give yourself the best chance to win, no matter whatever side you are on. Elijah Vera-Tucker obviously out for the season for the Jets, a crushing blow to this offensive line, their best offensive lineman entering the year. The Steelers without their rookie first-round defensive tackle, Derek Harmon. I've been saying it all offseason. I love the Steelers this year. Not just in this game, but I think the Steelers will make the playoffs this year in the AFC North and finish second behind the Baltimore Ravens ahead of the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm still an Aaron Rodgers guy, even if I think Aaron Glenn and Darren Moog made the right choice in letting Aaron Rodgers walk as they look to build a culture from the ground up in Florham Park. But I'm still a Rodgers guy. And this Steelers defense is stacked with talent at all three levels. And when you look at the Jets, and I said this to BT and Sal when I was on with them on Friday, I've been saying it all offseason. I think everything the Jets have done this offseason, leading into the regular season, I consider it to be intelligent. For whatever that's worth, maybe nothing. But I think the Jets are big time on the right track as an organization. In my best Vince McMahon voice, though. But not for this year. Because the quarterback can't complete the forward pass. Fields is brutal. And in that training camp practice where Fields got carted off, you would think based on the reaction, Jets fans, oh my God, I can't believe it's happened. Like he's Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. Chill out, everybody. The season's over because Justin Fields is your quarterback. Now, it's not over if he's gone. It is if he's gone also, but it's over if he's starting for you. You can't win. You can't. I'm sorry. Now, I don't think the Jets are going to go 2-15. They still got good players on the team, but I think they have no ceiling this year. And I do like the Steelers in this game. I want to lay the 2.5 with Pittsburgh. Last night, she said the Steelers gave Cam Hayward, their potential Hall of Fame defensive lineman, $3 million in incentives to play this year. If the Jets were smart, they would have given him 4 not to play. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. DK Metcalf over 55.5 receiving yards. And I think we've got some interesting anytime touchdown prices in this game, all for the Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell is listed behind Caleb Johnson, who's Pittsburgh's rookie running back. Gainwell's played ahead of him all training camp and preseason behind the starter Jalen Warren. Kenneth Gainwell, anytime touchdown. And the Steelers are going to lead the league in multiple tight end sets with Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers. Let's take a look at Darnell Washington, who's 6'7". He's 6'7". He's big. And Connor Hayward, 2 Steelers tight ends, anytime touchdowns. Tuck Rule rematch in Foxborough. Patriots and the Raiders. New England's a 2.5-point home favorite. Total in the game is 44. The big injury news here, the Patriots will be without star cornerback Christian Gonzalez. Hasn't practiced since the end of July with a hamstring injury. That helps the matchup for Brock Bowers. The next big thing, Brock Bowers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fascinating game. I think if you talk to football analysts, football fans, whatever, I would say that they will like probably one or both of these two teams this season to exceed expectations. For me, I like the New England Patriots. I love the Drake. It's gonna be May. He started from the bottom. Now he's here. I keep telling you to stay, but you're leaving me. I'd keep up with the Drake references, but I don't want Kendrick Lamar coming for me. I'm way too lame to be making jokes like that. I apologize. I love Drake May, and he's going to smash what is a terrible Raiders defense outside of Max Crosby. Now, the Raiders are going to be competent this season. Geno Smith's a huge upgrade over squad member AOC. And Pete Carroll, I hate to say it because he's a Giants legend, but a huge upgrade over Antonio Pierce at head coach. And I do think the Raiders can score in this game without Christian Gonzalez. I like the over. That's actually my favorite bet in this game. I bet over 43.5. It's 44. I do like the Patriots if I had to bet the game. I am very bullish on Drake May entering year 2. As far as props go, I've got a question for you, dear listener. Can you dig it, sucker? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Shout out to all the Harlem Heat Booker T fans in the audience. Stephon Diggs, over 48.5 receiving yards in his Patriots debut. Anytime touchdowns. Dante Thornton, who is going to be the Raiders' X-receiver, like a rookie. X going to give it to you. Like, he's fast and he's tall. Dante Thornton, anytime touchdown. And let's take a shot on 2 Patriots rookie receivers. Efton Chisholm, who's next in the line of white Patriots undersized slot receivers, and the rookie ex-receiver, Kyle Williams. Unfortunately, not the Kyle Williams that fumbled the ball against the Giants in the NFC title game in San Francisco. To the afternoon slate we go. Broncos and the Titans in Denver. Broncos an 8.5-point home favorite, total 42.5. Cam Ward makes his NFL debut here in the regular season. The number 1 overall pick in the draft out of Miami, starting at quarterback for the Titans. In Denver, a very popular survivor pick. Obviously, like you got a rookie quarterback, first start, on the road, in altitude, against what could be the best defense in the league. And the point spread shows that, right? 8.5 is the number here. It's a huge number. And I love the Broncos this year. I have Broncos over the win total. I have Broncos to make the playoffs. I don't think Denver's a Super Bowl caliber team, not yet. Year 2 of Bo Nix. He's got to show us more. But I do like them as a regular season team this year. And if you made me bet the game, I'd bet Denver. And I also just want to throw this out there, and I said this to BT and Sal on Friday. Don't tease games in week 1. We want to tease games later in the year when we know what teams are. Like, we have no idea what these teams are. Like, maybe Cam Ward's awesome, and you tease Denver to 2.5 and you lose. Like, let's use the teasers later in the year. Let's not tease here. I'd bet Denver if I had to, but the number's huge. And I'm a Cam Ward guy. And maybe you think Cam Ward stinks, and it's an impossible spot for him. Like, his receiver is Calvin Ridley going to get locked down by Patrick Surtain, and then it's like Alec Ayamanor, Chimere Dike, Tyler Lockett, Chika Okonkwo. These sound like made-up names, creative players in Madden. I don't know how well it's going to go. I'm not going to bet the game. If I had to, I'd bet Denver. And do whatever the hell you want, you the person listening. As far as props go, let's go to Benjamin's great-great-great-grandson, Troy Franklin, who played collegiate ball at Oregon with Bo Nix. Troy Franklin over 20.5 receiving yards. Touchdowns. Troy Franklin, anytime touchdown. Along with Alec Ayamanor, who's one of Tennessee's rookie receivers. Let's play the group. Jaleel McLaughlin, wrong. J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, the top 2 running backs. Sean Payton loves Jaleel McLaughlin. McLaughlin, anytime touchdown. And Pat Bryant, I really like as a power slot receiver for Denver. Their 3rd-round rookie out of Illinois. Pat Bryant, anytime touchdown. Just to reiterate, these are small bets on these guys to score touchdowns in these games. Niners and the Seahawks in Seattle. San Francisco, a 1-point road favorite, total 43.5. I spend all offseason talking about how much I love Christian McCaffrey this year. I'm drafting Christian McCaffrey everywhere I can in fantasy football, and this dude ends up on the injury report on Thursday with a calf injury. God, if you're listening, help! I think McCaffrey's going to play today based on the insider reports yesterday, but I mean, God almighty. Like, can we just stay healthy, please, for everyone that took him in the first round? And I'll say this also about Christian McCaffrey. What a jerk. Him and his supermodel wife, Olivia Culpo, welcomed a daughter, and in all seriousness, congratulations to them. They named her Colette. That's my daughter's name. And I named her that 1.5 years ago when she was born. Christian McCaffrey, you're stealing my daughter's name? My daughter had it first, buddy, so screw you. Also, please score a lot of fantasy points today. I think this is a fascinating game, and it's a fascinating season-long handicap for San Francisco. Since 2019 under Kyle Shanahan, this team has alternated either NFC Championship game or Super Bowl or missing the playoffs. Last year, 6-11, and maybe the best double-digit loss team in the history of the NFL. All the injuries, all the close losses, all the special teams gaffes. Niners have been a popular pick all offseason in this game, but man, I like the Seahawks. And I think all of us are focusing on, I don't really like Kanye West anymore, but in the song Paranoid, you're worried about the wrong things, the wrong things. Everyone's focused on Sam Darnold and this offense. You need to be focused on Mike McDonald and the Seahawks defense. Also a great yacht rock singer. Because I keep forget, we're not in love anymore. Seahawks could have the best defense in the league this season. I like the Seahawks here, +1, and I bet 2.5 earlier in the week, but I still like Seattle. I think the Seahawks win the game. Props, Ricky Pearsall, over 41.5 receiving yards for the Niners. Anytime touchdown, Seattle rookie tight end, Elijah Arroyo. A-Rod should come and knock the ball out of his hands if he's going in to score. Moving on. On the 8th day, God created Lambeau Field. That's a Dan Campbell quote. That's not a Nick Kostos quote. Packers with Micah Parsons, a 2-point home favorite against Detroit, totals 47.5. Now, Micah Parsons is going to play in this game, but not going to have a full complement of snaps. He's got a back injury. His doctor said he needs a backiotomy. That's another half-baked reference. So Parsons is going to play, but he needed an epidural to play. Probably going to play on obvious pass rushing downs. You may not see him defending the run. And despite what Jerry Jones says, Parsons is an awesome run defender. For the Packers, we don't think Jaden Reed's going to play, but wait till 90 minutes before kickoff. I would not play him in fantasy. Feels like too much of a risk. I have a strong thought on this game. Since the Packers traded for Micah Parsons, so much hype around Green Bay, and I understand, because Parsons is awesome. And he elevates like a very good roster into potentially a great one. But now, we're all sleeping on the Detroit Lions. And while I think Green Bay's ultimate upside is higher than Detroit's this season, entering the year, I think the Lions have more good players. And I know there was a brain drain. Ben Johnson, now the head coach of the Bears. Aaron Glenn, now the head coach of the Jets. I love the players. Give me Detroit plus the 2, and I think the Lions win today on the road in Lambeau. 1 yardage prop. The Sun God, Amon-Ra St. Brown, over receiving yards. Anytime touchdowns here. Let's take a look at Khalif Raymond. Everybody loves him. Isaac Tesla, get your Elon Musk jokes off. Isaac Tesla, so much hype around him, the rookie receiver for Detroit. Khalif Raymond's going to play also. Raymond anytime touchdown. And then with Marshawn Lloyd hurt for Green Bay, Chris Brooks profiles as the number 2 running back. A couple shekels on Chris Brooks, anytime touchdown. 2 more games. Rams and the Texans in Los Angeles. Rams, a 3-point home favorite. Total is 43. Matthew Stafford starts for the Rams despite his bad back. The Texans without both Christian Kirk and Braxton Berrios. It's a fascinating handicap because I think you can make the case that so many different things happen in this game. Like, Stafford can't move, and he's awesome when he's not getting hit. But man, this Texans defense is fearsome. Will Anderson Jr. could win Defensive Player of the Year. He's a monster. Derek Stingley's going to be on Puka Nacua. Like, this could go poorly for the Rams offense. But on the flip side, the Texans offensive line, 5 new starters this year. Like, literally an entirely remade line. Going up against Jared Verse, the reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year, and a really good Rams pass rush. I think if you want to bet this game, I think you lean into extreme outcomes. Like, if you like the Texans, bet the Texans to win by minus 6.5. If you like the Rams, bet the Rams minus 6.5. I think so many different things can happen, so I would lean into extreme outcomes here. I also like the under in the game if I were forced to choose. Let's go Nico Collins, Phil's son, because we can feel it coming in the air tonight. Nico Collins over 78.5 receiving yards. Anytime touchdowns. Let's play Woody Marks for Houston. We'll talk about him coming up in a little bit. Let's play Jarquez Hunter for the LA Rams. And how about Terrence Ferguson, the Rams rookie tight end as well. Small money bets on these players. And we close this opening segment, which has gone really long. I apologize to Ryan Hurley. Sunday Night Football in Buffalo. The last 2 MVPs, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, Josh Allen and the Bills. The Ravens, a 1-point road favorite, total 50.5. Isaiah Likely will miss this game for Baltimore. Unlikely to play. Get him out of your lineups if for some reason he is in. Tyler Bass is out for Buffalo. He's on IR. Matt Prater kicks for Buffalo. So if you drafted Tyler Bass, like, he ain't playing. Matt Prater will kick for the Buffalo Bills. Khalil Shakir will play, but he's got a high ankle sprain. I'm a little nervous about him. More on that in a little bit. I love the Ravens in this game. To be fair, I love the Ravens in the divisional round game in January, where Lamar Jackson peed down his leg again in a big spot. But this is September. It ain't January. I think we get a great Lamar Jackson effort here. And I'm worried about this Bills defense, and specifically about the secondary. Maxwell Hairston, Buffalo's first-round pick at corner. He's on IR to start the year. Tre'Davious White, who's been washed for like 2 years, is doubtful for this game and unlikely to play. The safeties are hot garbage to the point they just signed Jordan Poyer off the scrap heap. I think Lamar's going to slice and dice him. I love the Ravens in this game. And yes, it makes you a little nervous with Josh Allen on the other side. He's an alien. He's a freak. He's awesome. But man, I think the Ravens go into Buffalo tonight and handle business. And I think the Ravens make an early season claim. I don't think it's going to end this way, but an early season claim that the Ravens are the best team in the NFL. Yardage prop, Derrick Henry over 79.5 rushing yards. The big dog going bark. anytime touchdowns with Isaiah Likely out. Charlie Kohler is Baltimore's second tight end. Kohler anytime touchdown. Keaton Mitchell anytime touchdown behind Derrick Henry. And Ty Johnson anytime touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. Coming up next, fantasy football breakdown for every game and a deeper dive into props. 888-808-1019 is the phone number, 888-808-1019. It's You Better You Bet on The Fan with me, Nick Kostos, and you, whoever the hell you are, presented by BetMGM.
The home of the NFL on Westwood One is WFAN.
And it is good.
The Ravens head to Buffalo to battle the Bills. 8:20 tonight.
He got it.
Sunday Night Football on The Fan. 101.9 FM and always streaming on Odyssey, TuneIn, and the iHeartRadio app.
Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WFAN. That's code WFAN to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zicam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zicam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Talk talk New York sports on The Fan.
This NFL season, FanDuel wants to boost your bets even more. Right now, all customers can double their winnings with a 100% profit boost. That means you can get 2 times the payout on NFL Sunday moneyline bets. Maybe you'll take your favorite team to win. Or maybe you think one of the big underdogs will win outright. Or maybe you'll play it safe and take one of the top teams to win. Whoever you pick, if they win, you can double your winnings with a 100% profit boost. So visit FanDuel.com/Gio, that's G-I-O, and get in on the NFL action with a chance to win even bigger. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of WFAN. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps. It's Sunday morning. Time to plug into everything NFL. Time for your best bets and fantasy fix. It's time for You Better You Bet, presented by BetMGM. Here's your host, Nick Kostos.
Oh, baby. Let's take a spin through fantasy football. I went a little long to start the show, so I'm going to roll through this here to end the Week 1 edition before I hand the baton off to my good friend Mark Malusis in about 10 minutes. If you want to try to get on the phone lines, I'll try to rip through these as fast as I can. 888-808-1019, 888-808-1019. All right, Cardinals and the Saints in New Orleans. Trey McBride last year, absolute monster, one of the best tight ends in the league. Only scored 2 receiving touchdowns. Now, I don't want to bet Trey McBride to score a touchdown because the price isn't great, but if you drafted Trey McBride, I think he's going to have a big season. I think James Conner has a big game against what should be a really soft New Orleans front. You start him with confidence. And for New Orleans, I mean this. I'm not pumped for any of their guys today. But when the offensive line is going to be fully healthy, like the line should be pretty good. The Kelvin Banks, the rookie tackle, I think is going to be a stud immediately for New Orleans. And I like the skill position players. I love Olave. I like Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller behind him. We just don't know if the quarterback play is even going to be average for New Orleans this year. And Rattler will play for a little bit, and then Tyler Shuck will probably take over. I don't think they're going to be very good. So look, if you drafted Chris Olave, and I did in some leagues, like you play him, you play Rashid Shaheed, I would think expectations should be a little low. And don't panic if it goes poorly here. I like the Cardinals' defense. It's the first game for Kellen Moore. Maybe it goes well. But if it doesn't, don't panic on Olave and Shaheed. And if an owner in your league does, I wouldn't hesitate to try and trade for either one after today. Again, if it goes poorly. Bucs and the Falcons in Atlanta. I love Emeka Egbuka, the rookie wide receiver for Tampa. Talked about him all offseason. I loved him when we thought Chris Godwin and Jalen McMillan were going to start the season for Tampa. Godwin's not playing until October. Jalen McMillan's out until midseason. Egbuka's going to be starting in 2 wide receiver sets opposite Mike Evans. And Evans is going to see A.J. Terrell, Atlanta's top corner in this game, and Evans has killed A.J. Terrell in their head-to-head matchups. Egbuka could catch 8 passes in this game, and it should not surprise anyone if that happens. So if you drafted Emeka Egbuka, obviously you start Evans with confidence, start Egbuka with confidence as well. And for Atlanta, I bet Drake London to an Offensive Player of the Year at a big price. He's not my only bet. I'm not staking my life on it. But I think Drake London absolutely smashes this year. He's one of my favorite players entering this year in fantasy football. And I love Michael Penix Jr. I like him more than most. I've got him on almost all my teams, at least as a backup quarterback. Panthers and the Jaguars. I'm so into this Jaguars offense. I think it's a big bounce-back year for Trevor Lawrence. I've got him in a lot of places in fantasy. I think he's a good start today if you need him. I love Travis Hunter. And Hunter, the reports are that he's going to be a full-time wide receiver in this game today. He's going to play some corner also, probably nickel. I think Hunter smashes. This Carolina defense, especially if J.C. Horn, Carolina's number 1 corner, is going to be on BTJ. And by the way, I like BTJ in that matchup. I think Travis Hunter's going to eat. I love Travis Hunter. I also like Jacksonville's tight end, Brenton Strange. the doctor, with Evan Ingram now in Denver with Sean Payton and Bo Nix. I think Bayshal Tootin will eventually be Jacksonville's number one running back. I'm not that optimistic about him in this game. If you made me pick one Jaguars running back today for fantasy, I would take Tank Bigsby. For Carolina, I am pretty excited for Teteroa McMillan, their first-round receiver. I'm also excited to see if Trevor Etienne, Travis's brother, seriously, that's true, gets any work behind Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdle in the Panthers running back group. And if you're in a deep league and you need a tight end, Jatavian Sanders for Carolina, I think could pop this year in year 2 for him. Bengals and the Browns. Obviously, like you're starting Chase, you're starting Higgins, you're starting Chase Brown. I'm curious if the Bengals use rookie running back Taj Brooks at all in this game. And for Cleveland at running back, so Quinshon Judkins was their second-round pick. He was suspended not suspended, but was put on leave for domestic abuse. He's not being charged by prosecutors. He just signed with the Browns yesterday. He's not playing today, but could play next week. So if he's out there on the waiver wire in your fantasy league, go get him now. In this game, I think Jerome Ford will be the number one running back for Cleveland, and the other rookie, Dylan Sampson. You know what I want? I want to talk to Sampson. Fly me to the moon. It's another half-baked reference. Can you tell what one of my hobbies has been throughout my life? Jerome Ford would be my choice of a Browns running back today, followed by Dylan Sampson. Dolphins and the Colts. I mentioned it. Jalen Wright is out for Miami. Ollie Gordon, the rookie out of Oklahoma State, will be the backup to Devon Achane. I think he can be their short yardage and goal line back as soon as today. And I know Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle disappointed last year. You have to start both of them in this game against this Indianapolis Colts secondary. And for Indy, if Daniel Jones can be halfway decent, and believe me, this is a hypothetical, Downs, Jonathan Taylor, Pittman, A.D. Mitchell could all be good this year. They have good players. Just can the quarterback be good? Probably not. I love me some A.D. Mitchell, and he's the guy that I'm watching in this game for the Colts. Giants and the Commanders. I'm curious to see the Giants running back rotation. Tyrone Tracy's going to start. How much Cam Scatterbo are we going to see? I want to see if Bo Collins, who I liked in the preseason, does he get any run in this game for Big Blue? And for Washington at running back, this has been a big topic in fantasy. I think Austin Eckler is going to play the most snaps today. Chris Rodriguez, will see him in short yardage. I like Bill Krosky-Merritt as well. This is a big-time wait and see. I hoped you grabbed at least a piece of this backfield. Eckler, I feel like, is the best bet today. I think Bill Krosky-Merritt's the best bet as the season moves along. And let's see if rookie receiver for Washington, Jalen Lane, can do anything, because the Commanders are going to need something at receiver outside of Terry McLaurin and washed-up Deebo Samuel. Steelers and the Jets. Good luck starting one of these Jets running backs in this matchup. Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis. I would pick Breece if I had to start one because of what he could potentially do in the pass game. For the Steelers, if you drafted Caleb Johnson in fantasy, their rookie running back, I don't think he's going to play well today or play a lot. I don't think Aaron Rodgers trusts him in pass protection based on reports out of Pittsburgh. Do not drop him if he does not play well. Stash him. His time is coming. Raiders and the Patriots. Outside of Genty, Bowers, and Jacoby Myers, I wouldn't start anyone for the Raiders, but keep an eye on the rookies Dante Thornton, Jack Besh, and number 2 tight end Michael Mayer for the Las Vegas Raiders. And for the Patriots, Travion Henderson's gotten a lot of pub, and he's awesome, their rookie running back. I think we'll see a lot of Ramondre Stevenson in today's game. Titans and the Broncos. You're starting Calvin Ridley, but lower expectations. Patrick Surtain should be on him. And these Broncos receivers are so interesting with Mims, Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant. I think Franklin's the best bet for today's game, and I do think R.J. Harvey will play more than J.K. Dobbins. Niners and the Seahawks. If Brian Robinson's out there in your fantasy league, please claim him. And watch out for Seahawks rookie receiver Torrey Horton. He'll be Seattle's number 3 receiver to start the year. I think he could be a stud this season. Lions and the Packers. I love me some Matthew Golden, the rookie first round. I think he's going to be their number 1 this season. I think Tucker Kraft could be a top 5 tight end this season in fantasy football. Chris Brooks opens as the number 2 running back behind Josh Jacobs. And if you're in a deep league, and Isaac Tesla, Detroit's rookie receiver, if he's out there, he crushed in the preseason, size, speed, demon. Make sure Isaac Tesla is owned in your fantasy league if you're in a deep enough league and you've got somebody you can drop for him. Texans and the Rams. I mentioned Christian Kirk is out, right? It's possible that the slot receiver for Houston today will be Jalen Noel. His Iowa State teammate, Jaden Higgins, will be the starting receiver opposite Nico Collins in this Houston receiving core. I kind of like both. Texans running backs today. We don't know if Joe Mixon's going to play this year. Nick Chubb, I think, is likely to lead the running back group in touches today. I think he's washed. I like Woody Marks moving forward this season to be Houston's number one running back until Joe Mixon gets back. And for the Bills and the Ravens, I do think we see a bounce-back year for Buffalo tight end Dalton Kincaid, who was a big-time disappointment last year, playing through injuries. Best bets for today. Falcons. I like the Jaguars to win. The Steelers laying the 2.5. The over in the Patriots and the Raiders. The Lions and the Ravens. And that does it for the Week 1 NFL Sunday edition of You Better You Bet here on The Fan. Football Sunday with the Moose, my guy Mark Malusis, is coming up next. So until we meet again, dear listener, that'll be next Sunday morning here at 8 a.m. I am Nick Kostos, wishing you, as always, minimal sweats, winning bets, and the absolute very best of luck. Let's get it today. Week 1, NFL Sunday.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good morning at 9 o'clock. I'm Manny Rodriguez. Mets rookie pitchers have been setting the tone over the past few weeks. Yesterday was Jonah Tong's second try on a big league mound. He went 6 innings, striking out 6, walking 4, and giving up just 3 hits. However, those 3 hits were 3 home runs for the